This is the story of Genesis 32 and 33. Well, summarized. Jacob saw the angel of the Lord and named the place Mahanaim. Anyway, Jacob sent messengers ahead to his brother Esau to say he was coming and to find favour in his eyes. Seriously? This is the size roll that I get? Just get on with it. The messengers returned and said, Esau is coming with 400 men. Dun dun dun. Sorry, that was just for dramatic effect. Jacob panicked and divided his people and flocks into two groups. He then prayed to God for help. Save me, I pray, from the hand of my brother Esau, for I am afraid he will come and attack me, and the mothers with their children. Jacob remembered in his prayer that God would make him prosper. He sent his servants with some of his flocks as a gift for Esau, hoping to pacify him. That night, Jacob took his family over the ford of Jabbok and then sent his possessions over. He was alone, when suddenly a man appeared and he wrestled with him. There were no lightsabers in those times.
Let me go!
No, not until you bless me.
What is your name?
Jacob.
For your name will now be Israel, for you have struggled with God and with humans, and you have overcome.
God blessed Jacob there, and Jacob named the place Peniel? Anyway, Jacob also limped because God had touched his hip. Esau came with his 400 men. Jacob went to meet him with his family behind him. He bowed 7 times as he approached Esau. But Esau ran to meet Jacob and hugged him. They wept together. Who are these with you? These are my children. Why did you send me loads of flocks? Find favour in your eyes, my lord. I already have plenty, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself. No, please, keep them if I found favour in your eyes. For seeing your face is like seeing the face of God, now that you have received me favourably. Please keep this present that was brought to you. For God has been gracious to me, and I have all I need. Very well, if you insist. Let us be on our way. I'll come with you. My lord, the children are tender, and the ewes and cows have young. If I drive them too hard, the animals will die. So why don't you go up ahead, and I will go behind you at pace until I meet you at Seir. Then let me leave some of my men with you. Why do that? Just let me find favour in your eyes. So Esau went on his way back to Seir, but Jacob went to Succoth and built a place to live in. Jacob arrived safely at the city of Shechem in Canaan, and for 400 pieces of silver he bought a plot of ground to pitch his tent.
This looks like it should be a YouTuber apology video. It's not, but we are going to be talking about apologies. Growing up with 3 siblings, we fought all the time, but we never said sorry verbally. When it came to my younger brother, he would communicate his apology in a very classic way.
Gemma, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I overreacted. You're the best sister in the world.
I'm sure I've kept some of those little pieces of paper somewhere because they were quite sweet. But unfortunately, falling out is not just something that happens in childhood. It happens throughout the ages of life. And every time it does happen, we get choices about how we are going to respond. We can ignore it. We can blame someone or something else. We can choose bitterness and resentment. We can fight it out, or we can choose the Jacob method. 1, pray. 2, plan something to show that you're sorry. And 3, don't get anyone else involved. Often, we don't even do any of those things. And if we do those things, it's probably not in that order. But this story is also a metaphor for us coming to God when we need to apologise to him. With God, we can get really panicky and we can think that we need to give him loads of extravagant gifts or somehow make up for what we've done. But all God cares about is your heart, and if your heart is in the right place. And then God just wants to run up to you and hug you, and that's it. You're forgiven. God knows that you want to turn away from your actions and do something differently. He knows that you want to come to him and apologise, and that's that. And the Bible says that if we want God to forgive us, we need to be forgiving other people. Otherwise, why should God do it? And so if we want to call ourselves a Christian and follow God's way, we have to take that on board as well. We have to be willing to forgive other people. So, is there anyone in your life that you need to forgive? Is it someone else? Is it you? Is it recent? Is it a really built up thing over time? And remember, while you're figuring this out, even if you do your apology and it doesn't quite get received in the way you wanted it to, remember that it's about your heart. That is the most important thing. That's what God cares about. That's what says something about you and your character, and the rest is just down to other people to accept it or not. That's over to them. You've done all that you can do, and that's wicked, so good job.
Hey guys, if you're like me and you're terrible at saying sorry, I want you to think about Jacob and Esau and think about what Gemma has just told us, some tips about saying sorry. So what you need is a piece of paper, and I want you to write at the top, sorry, and just follow along with me. Really, really try and do this, okay? So paper, pen, let's go. Okay, so super simple. Draw a triangle, okay? I'm going to start here, and what Gemma suggested to do first is to pray. So I want you to pray two things. I want you to pray for forgiveness and to say sorry. Okay, and all these separate bits you can expand out as much as you like, okay? So pray was number one. Number two, I want you to show. How are you going to show that you're sorry? Are you going to say it? Are you going to act it out? Are you going to give someone a gift or an act of service? I want you to think about how you can actually show that you're sorry. And finally, as Gemma said, who are you going to include in this? Who do you actually need to tell? So for example, if I upset Gemma, obviously I need to talk to Gemma about it. But does that mean that I also need to go and talk to Rob? Generally, no. Does it mean I need to go and talk to my mum? Or my dad? Or my siblings? Generally, no. But if you need someone to talk to about it, you can. You can get advice. We're not saying don't get advice. But if you can, keep it just between the two of you. And remember what Matthew said from Matthew chapter 6, verse 15. We know how important it is to say sorry, but it's also really important to forgive. That's part of it. When someone says sorry, you forgive them, you move on. Just as God forgives us, we also need to forgive others. Okay, so you've got your sorry triangle, okay? 3 different things. Pray, show, who. Pray about it, say sorry to God, ask for forgiveness, ask for wisdom. Show, you're going to say, act, gift, act of service. What do you need to do? Who are you going to get involved? These are 3 really simple steps you can follow. Now in lockdown, I'm annoying my family, need to say sorry. I can imagine you're also annoying your family and you need to say sorry. So my challenge is just to try this, see how it goes, and let us know.